Your favorite song has about 300 words. A page from your favorite book also has 300 words. So why can you remember the lyrics of your favorite song, but not the pages from your favorite book? Tonality is why. I'm Zach, and I became a millionaire before the age of 25, and I own the fastest growing moving company in the US. And I was able to do this by using tonality and body language. And I'm here today to show you how it's done. So what is tonality? Tonality is how your words feel. Okay, this is the emotional music under your speech that tells the listener why you're saying something. It's not just what you're saying. It's why you're saying something. Okay, so we're going to go through each tonality type, and then we're going to talk about the body language associated with each one. Even if you're selling over the phone, body language is super important. Okay, if you're closing in person or over Zoom or video call, we're going to talk about voice setting. So this is like your volume. So you could be high, could be low. Your rate of speech. So this could be if I'm talking really fast or if I'm going to be up here, if I'm going to talk slower. We're going to talk about pauses. We're going to talk about pitch if I'm up here, if I'm down here. And we're also going to put some bonus on emphasis. We're going to start with the first type of tonality, and that is the curious or confused tonality, right? So I always kind of tilt my head and lean in a little bit. So I kind of squint my eyes and I'm like, well, what do you mean, right? The pitch kind of starts up and then kind of goes down, right? And the rate of speech is slow. So what had you looking at us specifically, right? Why did you choose to call us today? This is great for asking questions to get the prospect to open up more. You're going to be noting this info down, by the way. You're going to write this down word for word, okay? When I say word for word, I want you to write it down word for word. Get your AI to do it. It's going to be awesome. And then you're going to use these words to close them later in the call. Yeah, so what would you kind of picture a perfect job looking like? Like, what's most important to you? What went wrong last time? I just want to make sure we avoid it. Like, what happened last time? Gets them to open up, right? And the side note, the prospect believes everything that they say and nothing that you say, okay? The prospect believes everything that they say and nothing that you say, okay? I want to come across the camera and shake you a little bit. It's so important, okay? You got to get them to sell you, not you sell them. Doctors ask the question and then provide the diagnosis from the answers that you give them. And then they recommend the remedy, right? So they check the heart rate. Oh, you tell them that you've been lightheaded, this, and that. And then they prescribe the medicine based off what you told them, right? They didn't say, oh, I think you had lightheadedness and you're sick and this and that. They asked you the questions, you gave them the results, and then they used that to get the diagnosis, okay? It's the same thing on a sales call, guys. You are the doctor. You are the expert, okay? I want to come across and shake you and tell you that. It's so important. The next tonality is disgusted or shocked. Like, what? It's a disgusted, shocked tonality, right? So the body language here is like, it's a brief recoil. You're like, what? And I kind of like crinkle my nose and like shake my head, or it's like, sometimes I'll go, oh, what? Like a shocking thing, right? And eyebrows go up. What? But this one is so fun, guys. And with voice settings, you want to have like a one beat, like a big pause, like a shock, and then like a, like what? Your volume's going to kind of fluctuate up and down. You guys will kind of see it. It makes more sense to show you. And then the rate of speech is kind of like slow to medium. So they scratched your table and then they blamed it on you? What? As crazy as this sounds, Miss Rebecca, I actually love to hear this. And the only reason why I say this is because I want to show you how this should be done. Really what you're doing here is you're validating the pain. That's step one, right? Where you go, what? That's crazy, right? And then you show them that you truly understand the problem before you prescribe the solution. They hit you with a surprise surcharge right at the end? What? Well, listen, Miss Rebecca, we do flat rates, okay? First off, so that's nonsense, right? So basically it's like a short burst and then you pivot to the solution. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. So the next one is the concerned tonality. The body language is a brows, they rise real quick, and then you kind of soften, and then you slightly head tilt, and you put a hand on your chest, okay? So it's like, what? Like, really? Is that, so the pitch is gentle, and it's down, and your volume is going to be soft, right? We're not going to be way up here and super excited. We're going to be way down here. And this is going to be like slow to medium, and you want your voice to be warm, right? So, wow, I'm generally concerned that if this happens again, it's going to cost you a lot of money, Miss Rebecca, and I don't want that to happen, right? The purpose here is you want to show a lot of empathy and you want to earn permission to prescribe your plan, okay? So this is really building a lot of trust and you're building it through empathy. So it's care first and then direct, right? You got to show them that you care and then direct them to where you want to go. Listen, you shouldn't have to worry about this getting done on time on top of everything else you have going on. Okay, that's ridiculous. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure you're the first crew in the morning, and we're gonna get this done first thing tomorrow. Okay, like prescribing the plan after you show the empathy. And you're gonna see concern kind of bleeds into the next one, which is challenging tonality. So for this one, your brows, you're gonna get your eyebrows a little squeezed together and you're gonna be very focused. You know, I like to say kind of chin up, shoulders square. At this point, you're 70 to 80% way through the call or through the in-person or through the Zoom meeting or whatever. And now it's time to close. Okay, we've built a lot of trust and rapport, and now it's time to challenge. So the pitch is going to be down, the volume is going to be medium to loud, and the rate's going to be slow, deliberate with clean pauses. Okay, so what happens if the cheaper crew doesn't do it how you want and they just cut corners? Really, this is going to create accountability and it's going to surface consequences. Again, this is once you've gotten the trust. You don't do this at the first 2 minutes of the call. You do this later in the call, like 70, 80% of the way through the call, and then you do this, right? So it's ask, pause, and then let it land. So if the roof patch fails in the next storm, who's covering the leak in the ceiling repair? Is that them or is that you? Right? So now I'm kind of tilting my head and I'm a little softer. And if this isn't fixed by Friday, I mean, what's that going to cost your business or, your family, right? How's that going to work for them? So you can kind of see how you can take the challenge to the concern, right? And it does both at the same time. Absolute certainty tonality. Okay, this is an awesome one as well. In the body language, you're going to use your hands, okay, and have direct eye contact with precise gestures. You want to be very stoic here. So your voice setting is going to be crystal clear. You're going to be slow and you're going to be high volume. And if you do go low volume, you want to be very intense and very confident with your pauses if you go low. Okay. I prefer the high volume for this, but you can do either one. Yeah. So we pack and prep on Friday. We're going to load and unload Saturday, and we'll have you all set up and sleeping in your new home on Saturday night. Does that sound good? Okay, sweet, right? Very telling them what's going down, right? So you're going to prescribe the plan, lock the commitment in, and then project expertise, okay? This is where the decisions happen, by the way. Look, we have a flat rate. There's no surprise fees, and you'll have the foreman's number on speed dial. And this guy, Tom, I mean, he's been doing this a long time. I mean, he's the real deal. And if I want to say it again, a little softer, hey, this is a flat rate, okay? There's no surprise fees. And you're going to have the foreman's number on speed dial. And my foreman, Tom, he's been working for me for a really long time. And Miss Rebecca, he's the real deal. You notice how when I'm talking about pricing or if I'm talking about what she's going to get, it's going to be for sure. Okay, I'm very confident in this. If they're having any doubts, again, you asked those questions earlier and you were very curious. Now we're absolute certain. So we took notes on what they said. And now we're going to be absolute certain on our diagnosis. And next we're going to do, this is just reasonable tonality, right? It's very reasonable. The body language here, you're going to just shoulder shrug. So you're very much just like, yeah, that makes a ton of sense, right? And by the way, your body language is very open and you're going to just kind of like, yeah, of course, right? Very, very open. And your pitch, you're going to kind of go up and down with your pitch, but basically you're going to be chill. Okay. You're not going to be screaming. You're going to be medium to chill. Well, look, let's just do this, right? We'll put down the deposit. And if something changes and say you talk to your wife or say the date changes or say you get a lower quote that you think is better, say whatever their objection is. So say you talk to your wife, look, I'll give you the deposit right back. Would that work okay with you? Right? Very fair. So you make the next steps feel obvious and fair, and you just seal in a micro commitment, right? So whether this is a small deposit or whatever, you want to use this after you've already created value to clear and reduce the friction. You kind of make it look like you're waving the white flag, like you're just kind of giving up and you're just being a really fair guy. This is a really important note, guys. Remember this, the best salespeople, they don't make you feel like you got sold, like you feel grimy after, like you need a shower. They make you feel like you bought. Okay. And they do this through this tonality, right? It's very reasonable tonality, right? So it's, look, let's just do this, right? It's not, let's just do this. It's not, let's just do this. It's, let's just do this. Okay. It's clean line. Let's just do this. Look, let's just do this. If I'm able to hit these dates and we're able to protect the budget that we talked about, would we be good to proceed? Would that work for you? It works really well, right? Right when you're going for the close and you're being a reasonable man. So you hit them with the authority. Then you hit him with a reasonable man. That's our last one. So reasonable is our last one. Do you guys need another one? I mean, are these guys freaking kidding me? Are you guys freaking kidding me? Do you guys want one more? Well, since you're begging me, I'll give you guys one more. It's the playful tonality, okay? I know we said 6 tonalities. Here's the 7th, right? So you can see how I'm already kind of doing the playful body language. And this one you kind of pepper in throughout. We kind of showed the other 6 how you do them in order. But this one is like, it's with a smile. It's like a quick eyebrow flash and you're very relaxed. And it just shows that you're very confident and that you can have fun on the call, right? You always want to get the client laughing at least once on the call. It doesn't mean you need to be a stand-up comedian, okay, guys? I know what you're saying. I'm not that, whatever. Get them just a little loose, right? It's going to put their guard down, okay? And you can do this with a wider pitch range. Your volume's going to be relatively medium. And you can be faster and then put in some pauses. So it's kind of all over the place, but you can be like, you're freaking killing it, Mr. Becca. We're going to have to get you like a work shirt and make you part of our crew. Is that going to be okay? So that's the bonus one there, the playful tonality. So in the end, you can have the best script in the world, but if your tone and body language is off, you're going to lose every time. But there is good news. You can start fixing this today. And the next time that you record yourself, I don't even want you to listen to the words, okay? I want you to just think about the tone and ask yourself, would I buy from me? I want you to drop a comment below if you found this helpful or if you learned anything. And I'd love to hear from you guys. And the truth is, look, your voice is either making you money or it's costing you money. So let's just make sure it's the first one. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Zach out.